Alrighty, we're going to do a quick walk around tour of the 2001 Sedan Deville Cadillac. Not a super uncommon car, but this one is because it's got, under 40,000 miles on it, which is pretty rad. North Star powered, this nice red metallic, and we're gonna take a quick tour. My GoPro decided to do GoPro things and doesn't want to work right now, so I'm doing this on a cell phone, so it's a little shaky. The audio quality's even worse than normal. You know why? But yeah, we'll go around it real quick and see what there is to see. It's not perfect, but it is very clean. There are a number of kind of scratches around it. This side is pretty darn nice. I don't know how much of this paint is original or not. If anything has been painted, they did a good job. I do have some photos in the auction listing which will show what's going on as far as paint meter readings. There are some light scratches on the hood. This is probably the biggest one right here, but there's one there. Some minor stuff here. There's a bunch of this. This is just, it's kind of dirty right now. It's not a rock chip or anything. But there is some scratching on the hood. There's a fair amount on the deck lid as well. But yeah, all told, still very handsome, still very presentable. You can see there's some scratching here. I think a lot of this will polish out. Certainly not all of it, but a fair amount of that might polish out. Over here on this side, some little nicks and dings here. Most of it's on this impact strip, thankfully, so that's good. And also, if you read in the notes, you'll see this window regulator is brand new. I'll roll that up and down so you can see. But I was going to do this video yesterday, and it was hot. Not as hot today as it is today. It's about 90, late, 91, 92 right now. But I rolled that window down and the glass never came back up. So it's got a brand new window regulator in it now. There's a little crease here, if you can see. It's really not too bad. But there's a light crease through the door here and just into this little dog leg on the rocker panel. You're not going to see it unless you're looking for it. You're back here, you don't even see it, but it is there. This here is just, I think that's leftover polish from when it was detailed. That's not a scratch. Ooh, this paint's hot. I can't do that, but that'll go away. Stuff that won't go away is some of this lighter scratching here. Again, I know I have photos of this, but it's hard to get this stuff to show up in photos sometimes, so I wanted to make sure I had some clear video of what's going on here. A little bit there too. But really, all in all, it's a 40,000 mile car, less than 40,000 mile car, and it's in less than 40,000 mile car condition. This wasn't a state car, so it came out of someone's estate. So I do know the last couple of years, it didn't spend much of that on the road, then most of that parked. But we'll go over it. Interior's nice. Dash is in good shape. All the seat leather's good, steering wheel leather. Let's go ahead and start it up. The keys here. That's where it came from. You can still call for roadside assistance. I don't know if you're going to get anywhere, but you can. It is set the memory on the seat, which it does have, the power seat. Tries to squish me into the steering wheel. I think the past person that used to own this car was a whole lot smaller than I am. I'm not big. So this might have been the proverbial little old lady car. Power mirrors. goes in and out, it doesn't look like, let me turn this down. Doesn't look like it wants to go up or down. So be aware that passenger mirror goes up, left and right. Does not want to go up and down. I don't know what the cause of that is. It's not the switch because the other side worked. So we just discovered something. Look at that. Got the compass. Don't know what happens if you hit the OnStar button. We've got a stereo.
Took his time there, and that almost cost the...
Don't know if the tape deck works. Haven't tried. One thing I did just discover is AC is ice cold on the passenger side. On the driver's side, and I swear this was working before, but when I last drove this car and did all the imaging and started this auction, it was in the high 50s, low 60s. So I didn't really get a chance to feel what was working perfectly and what wasn't, although it feels cold now. Maybe it's being persnickety. Or maybe it's just that hot out. But this says it's 88 degrees out. I think that's a little conservative. I think it's probably 90, early mid 90s. So this side's cold. This side is not quite as cold. Maybe I'm being dramatic, but let's see. I brought this handy dandy thing. This is going to give us a temperature reading here. Forgive me because this is from Harbor Freight, and so you know what comes with that. But yeah, it's saying 52 degrees, 50 degrees. So that side's in the 40s. Over here, 82, 80, 76. So 78. So this one's in about 10 degrees colder than outside. This one, low 50s, high 40s. Yeah, so there's a difference of about 30 degrees from the passenger side, which is lovely and nice and cool, to this side, which is, there's a little bit of the sting taken off of it, but that's about it. So I've heard conflicting reasons on what that could be from. I've heard it could just be hey, if it's a tiny bit down on Freon, that could be it. I will check the pressure in the system here later. But you know, my wisdom was thinking that if this side's cool, then this side should be. So my thought is maybe it's a blend door issue. The blend doors all seem fine. If I turn this side to hot, I get hot. If I put it all to cold, then I get very cold and not so cold, but still colder than regular. So maybe it's a Freon thing. Maybe the blend door isn't quite going all the way. Maybe, again, we know this car sat for a little bit, not an extremely long period of time, but maybe a couple of years. And so maybe the lithium grease is all dried up within the blend door. So bid accordingly. It might clear itself up with a little bit of use and stuff, but you know, your mileage may vary. So I wanted to make a note of that and bust out this tool to kind of show what's up with that. Otherwise, the windows, those are going down. This guy just went down. It's going back up. Going back up. I got this. Oh, that's the fronts again. Let's try the rears. That rear's going down. And that one's going up. And that right rear was just replaced. So, note there. Otherwise, we got dome lights. We got visors. Same over here. We'll pop the hood. See what's going on. Let's look back here first over the way. Heated seats in the front and in the back. It's pretty fun. It's 90-something degrees, so we're going to turn that off. Interior's lovely. We've got cool back here. That feels cold. So yeah, this is nice and cold back here. So the back is cold. The passenger side is cold. The driver's side, it's cool, but it's not ice cool. So I think maybe the blend door's hanging up a little bit. I bet with some more use, that'll shake itself loose, or if you get under there and, you know, grease stuff up, that might come back a little nicer. Ooh, fancy. We've got this guy here. you go. Oh, look at that. Boop. For all your cup holding needs. Let's look in the trunk, let's look under the hood, and let's go for a quick, brief drive. Nice and clean under here. No signs of any bad juju with the cooling system. If you know your North Stars, you know that's what you got to look out for. Oh, that looks great. Heritage of ownership. So yeah, let's see what there is back here. Might have to go around. Yep, I gotta go around and use the popper. Popper's Penguins. Look at that. It's a big old trunk. It's got this little reversible floor mat guy in here. It's kind of fun. Room for several of your deadest friends. That's about it. So, good little car. If it were me, I would just grease up that blend door, or just keep using it, see what we get. It's 90 something degrees here, so it would be nice to have it cooled everywhere, but it's enough that you can drive the car and not, you know, pass out behind the wheel. The tires are quite old. I would definitely replace these tires. They have good tread, but you can see they are old. This was date fitted 04, which is way older than what you want if you're gonna do any actual driving. If you're gonna park it, then that's fine, but if you're gonna drive it, you need to take care of that. So that's it. That's a quick tour of the car. Let's go for a drive. Okay, so I'm running low on GoPro batteries. So we're gonna make a real brief drive here in the Cadillac. Oh, I put the key in and it tries to squish me. Also explained a second ago. So we're gonna stop it from doing that. And then let's go. I'm gonna turn the AC off so you can hear what the car is up to. And part of the reason why this will be a short drive, because it is 90, it says 93 out, but it's hotter than that. So let's go for a quick spin. Something's rattling over there. Sounds like the door panel. It might be the GoPro mount. And I think it stopped, so we'll see. Brakes feel good. Tires are very old, so I'm not going to go too fast beyond what we just did there.
we won't go too far down here, and then I will bid you adieu. Okay, well, I am starting to sweat with the AC off. So, I am going to end the video here. You kind of get the gist of things. This isn't a car anyone really wants to see push down a twisty road super hard anyways. So thanks for tagging along, watching the walking tour, this brief driving portion. And if you are looking for one of these, you can bid on this car. It is live right here, right now, for just a few more days over at Hemmings.com, and check out their auctions, this being one of them. I'll have a link in the description below. If you're not following along with my channel and you do want to see as things come up for sale, as they frequently do with some of these client vehicles of mine, do the subscribe thing, the notification bell, all that fun stuff. Thanks for hanging out and riding along, and I am gonna crank this AC. Awesome. Thanks, guys.